This week's flag is Chile. The South American country has made the news over half-term for two reasons. One of them is because of a recent research paper that was published to do with water harvesting in the country. So Chile is home to one of the driest places on planet Earth called the Atacama Desert. And there's a city in the northern part of this desert called Alto Hospicio, which is one of the driest cities on our planet. Officially, gets 5 millimeters of rain per year. Okay? Think of that, 5 millimeters of rain per year. Obviously, access to water is a massive issue for communities in and around the Andes and Atacama Desert. And geographers will know that from those of you who study water as a resource at GCSE and A-level. But one of the main ways in which you can generate water without having to desalinate salt water from the sea is something called fog harvesting. And so the way in which you can use fog to generate water is because the Andes Mountains are located next to the Pacific Ocean. So the Pacific Ocean, warm, moist air blows over the Pacific Ocean, and as when it reaches the Andes, it creates something called relief rainfall or orographic rainfall, which means that the air is forced to rise. As that air rises, warm air cools down. As it cools down, it condenses and creates fog as it goes over the Andes Mountains. And if you put some mesh netting, that fog gets trapped, goes through the mesh netting, and all the moisture in the clouds and the fog actually sticks to that mesh. And the research has found that actually 1 square meter of that mesh can produce 2.5 liters of water, because all it does is water droplets get stuck to the mesh and they trickle down through gravity at the bottom of the basically huge squares of tarpaulin in some ways and mesh, where the water trickles down to the bottom and it through gravity can come down to the villages below. They've been using it for years, but official research has basically said that on a mass scale it could provide water to some of the most water scarce areas of our planet. In total, I've got research here, 17,000 square meters of mesh could generate about 300,000 liters of water per week, which is basically what Chile has to deliver with the help of trucks to these communities, so they could become way more self-sufficient. Anyway, so this is really good news. It's basically trying to generate more income to find these grassroots solutions to water scarcity. And the other crazy reason why Chile is in the news is over half-term, some of you might have seen a video of a Chilean kayaker who was kayaking in the Pacific Ocean and got swallowed up by a humpback whale, completely gobbed. But as a humpback whale comes up with his mouth to eat, swallows a kayaker, goes back into the water and spits the kayaker back out, because obviously plastic kayak doesn't digest particularly well. And the person comes back out, somehow unbelievably survives. But it's a mental picture, a video of his dad basically with his GoPro filming his kid being swallowed up by the humpback whale.